Well, hi, welcome back into KCBD Sports Extra. It's now time for this week's Hoop Madness Team of the Week. This week we have the Monterey Lady Plainsmen here with head coach Jill Snyder. Coach, what a win your team just had just over Lubbock Cooper. Just to describe the atmosphere and the opportunity to play.
Well, you know, that's what we talked about coming into this. The Cap Rock tournament has its own electricity, and we're used to big crowds, but you get a lot of nonpartisan people and you see who they kind of buy into. So it was a lot of fun. I would have rather not have spotted them 10 points, but I'm really proud of my team. I feel like we showed a lot of resiliency tonight against a very good basketball team. So this game really in the long run means nothing. It's just a tournament championship, but I told them beforehand that being in the finals of 3 tournaments this year was great, but the best thing would be to be champions in all 3 tournaments. So they were able to pull it off.
Well, talk about the opportunity to be able to play Lubbock Cooper again. Obviously, a #1 team against a #5. All of that that happens to go with it. But you just took them on a couple weeks ago at Lubbock Cooper. You had Leah, sitting the bench that night, but your team fought tooth and nail into there, and then be able to see them come out victorious tonight.
Well, Cooper didn't have magic when they played the last time too. We didn't have Leah. That game was a district ball game. That had a lot more implications as far as district play than this one does. You call it an opportunity to play Cooper again. I don't look at those as opportunities because they're such a good basketball team. I look at that more as a challenge, and it certainly was one.
But with challenges, your team seems to blossom in the big moments like that. Have the opportunity to have a district opponent tonight. You had Coronado. Talk about the opportunity to be able to play in this Cap Rock Classic and face top competition.
Well, it's all about the competition at this point. So outside of Cooper being a district opponent and a very tough one, and we're going to play them again at Monterey and likely play them again in the playoffs somewhere down the stretch. They're just very tough, and every time you play people like that, you get a little bit better.
And finally, this group, they seem to have, they seem to all be here and all healthy. Is this kind of exactly the type of team that you envisioned, that you wanted so far here in the season?
Well, I'm just proud of them. I just think they did what they had to do, and different people stepped up and had big moments for us, and that's what we have to do. That's what's going to give us success down the stretch. So it was nice to enjoy this evening. But we go to back work in district play Tuesday.
All right, great stuff, Coach. Let's go and listen to a few players from tonight's game. Hey, Leah. Great game tonight. Talk about the opportunity to be able to face a couple of district teams, and then obviously the second time in just a couple of weeks here in Lubbock Cooper.
It was definitely a big difference just because I missed 2 of our biggest games, or one of our biggest games and then another game. So I definitely had to come out and show that I had to prove to them that it's a different without me.
And the opportunity, that had to have been horrible to be able to just have to sit on the bench last time at Lubbock Cooper. You probably hear the crowd and whatnot, and your team barely escapes with a loss. How great was it to be able to come back onto the floor tonight, fully rejuvenated, and get a win with your team?
It was definitely great. I think our team did a lot better just with me in here, and so I came out saying that we have to win this game, that we should have never lost without me, but I had to prove that I was going to win this game.
Talk about the opportunity to be able to play a couple of district opponents. You had Coronado, you had Lubbock Cooper tonight. Talk about the opportunity to be able to play them.
It just is going to help us in district, get us ready to have this kind of crowd and this kind of energy come from our bench, come from our fans, just come from our team as a whole. It kind of helps us, get that #1 seed in district that we're looking for.
How's it feel to be a part of history? This is the largest tournament in America, 116 teams. Talk about to not only be able to play in it, but be a champion.
I mean, it just shows how hard we work in practice. Our days off, we're still in the gym working every day, and this really shows who we are, what we're about, and we are #1 in the state of Texas.
And there they are, the Monterey Lady Plainsmen, your Hoop Madness Team of the Week. Chick-fil-A Bracket Cap Rock Classic champions. Stay with us. More KCBD Sports Extra coming up next.